What's up, sis?
Hi.
Episode 4.
Divas After Dark.
Yes. Can I just say we've been real consistent.
We have been consistent. I am proud because some days I'll be like, what?
We doing what? Going where?
What? To talk about what?
What are we doing?
No, we're
here.
Yo, friends.
I can't even reach you. I'm like all awkward.
I know. You got to put your arms like this. Yes. So
I think this is so cute though. Like the pink laptop and
it.
if you can see, we have our champagne glasses and
champagne rose
Damn,
gold.
I gave it away. We're supposed to say, what you sipping?
What are you sipping? You might as well now.
All right. Well, damn.
It's time for what you sipping?
What you sipping? We got our rosé. Is this rosé? This ain't no damn rosé.
Pink Moscato.
Whatever. It's bubbly. It's pink. It's cute.
Yes.
And it has a splash of some vodka.
We always got to have some extra.
A little something extra, but this is super cute.
Yeah, so y'all, listen, if you are trying to sip on something like we are, get you some pink Moscato champagne, add a little vodka in it if
And
you're
bam.
feeling spicy, and bang, you got yourself
a whole cocktail.
Yes,
This is super cute.
we should cheers.
You should cheers. I was gonna say that. But wait, hold on, because this is cute. I gotta we're gonna get a boomerang of this. Ready?
Oh God! All right, here we go. Boomerang live on
boomerang,
the podcast.
Ready?
You ready?
And for anyone that doesn't know how to do a cheersing boomerang, you have to start in first.
Okay.
Right? Start in and then you go out. Ready and go. So
am I in that?
You are in it, but don't worry. I'm gonna save it. We'll post it later. That was so cute.
Oh my gosh! No, it is super cute.
Yeah,
it's super cute.
Your eyes are like.
Yeah.
She's gonna like, don't post that. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in.
Okay.
All right. Boom. All right. So let me close this out.
I feel like it's always somebody that be like, hold on. Let me get my camera. I gotta put this on.
I gotta get this on Snapchat. Hold on. Or can you do that again? That was cute.
Do it again. Like what?
Like a reality show.
Yes. It's like,
oh my God.
Everything nowadays is so revolving around social media.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Literally.
The other day we were out at a restaurant eating when we were in the Poconos. Our family Sam and I both went on little mini family vacations separate from each other. I missed it.
I know, it was really bad.
But I was looking at this woman like she's clearly older than we are because you know we're mad young and stuff.
Right, of course.
So she's sitting with her family and she gets this massive pretzel. It wasn't even like I didn't look at the pretzel and was like, oh, that's a cute pretzel. Let me take a picture.
Okay.
But I saw her get really excited. She pulled her camera out. She had to be like, you know, I don't know. Let me not say ages because I don't want nobody getting mad. Like, that's not old. She pulls her camera out. She's like, you know, older white woman. And she gets all excited and she's like taking her Instagram photos of her jumbo pretzel.
Because everybody wants to see her pretzel.
I was like, that is funny. It's not just like, you know, it's not just us. It's not just the younger generation. Everybody wants to
social media
Instagram
crazy.
their food.
I'm starting to get to a point though where I'm starting to become more self-aware.
Okay.
Of my social media antics. Like, and I don't post a whole lot. Like, I don't go crazy with the posting. But your page is
private.
I am private. I don't have time.
Whatever. We're working on that.
We're not working on it. Yeah, but like I scroll a lot.
Yeah.
So, and then sometimes I feel like, what the have I been doing for the past 30, 40 minutes? I've done nothing. And then you snap out of it and you're like,
whoa, life is happening around me. And I'm like glued to my.
It's too much sometimes. Yeah. And I feel the people, even though they make announcements and we don't need an announcement if you're leaving social media, just go.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But I understand the wanting to take a break.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much is too much?
So I actually have a timer on mine.
Okay. And I've seen you swipe it away, but go ahead. That's
the point that I was getting to. I put a timer on mine because I'm like, iPhones will allow you to look at how much time you spent, like screen time. You can check to see your screen time and you can see how long you've been on your phone. I be putting in like 7-hour days on my phone. But that also includes like, you know, I use Zoom, I use Apple Music, I use, you know, Instagram obviously to do like promo if I go and open up our booking system for the studio, like all of that counts. Okay. But like the social media, I'm like, I need to limit myself to like, I need time to work on social media obviously, but like I need to limit it to 1.5 hours.
Okay.
And when I first set the timer, like I'm always like really motivated. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna close it out. But what I find myself doing now, like I'd be like, all right, I have 15 minutes. Add another 15.
Oh, is that
add
easy?
Another 15. And then eventually you're like, screw it. I still have like 5 hours left of the day. I'm just going to ignore for the rest of the day. It's terrible.
It is.
But I try my best to be mindful of it.
Yeah.
But, you know, like everybody else, you get sucked into it.
I'm like nervous. My kids are not on social media, and I don't know that I have the itch for them to be on it. Like, I don't know. I don't like what it does to people sometimes. So.
Zoe has been begging for me to put Instagram on her phone, and I keep explaining to her that she's too young. She has an Instagram.
How old is Zoe?
9. My daughter Zoe is 9. She really wants an Instagram on her phone. I made her an Instagram account as private. Literally only family follows her. But she wants to have one because Bella has one for her. You know, my oldest daughter, Bella, who's 12, has her own YouTube account, and she's actually like tagged as an influencer in her video game. So she's got her little following that she had, and I shouldn't say little. She's got a nice following.
Yes, she does.
She's up there.
Yeah.
But like, you know, she has her Instagram and that she manages her YouTube page from, but she really doesn't care for it either. She spends a lot of her time on the video game. She doesn't spend a lot of time on social media.
On the social media part.
Yeah. But Zoe sees it and she wants it too. So I'm like, you can't have it on your phone. And the reason why is because I don't want you getting sucked into that.
Yeah. It'll happen.
But I'll post a picture for you every now and again.
Yes. And she makes sure to tell you to post her pictures. Yeah.
I saw something the other day. It was a meme on Instagram.
Right.
And it was like, it was a saying. It was like, I feel like the whole world is under a spell and only a few people can see. And I was like, oh my God, it does feel like that sometimes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Why is it bad?
Brian wants to know why social media is bad. I don't know that I would call it bad.
It's not bad. Actually, social media is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, it has so many good qualities to it. You know, I've seen people blow up on social media from posting things, and it's like it's amazing.
So many people are making good money from, you know, knowing how to properly manage your social media.
Absolutely, but I think it just takes away from like the essence of life itself. Like, you know what I mean? Like your attentiveness is gone.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so easy to get sucked in. So.
I think that it's important to, you know, pull yourself back from it. Like, you know, it's time for me to reset my timer. Right. Start paying attention to it. I will say when we went to Poconos for our family trip, like I intentionally put it away. Good. Like when we ate, we don't do the phones. The phones get put away. When we were on our hike, you know, I took it out to take shots here and there, but then it will get put away. So that way we can really spend quality time. And I also try to make sure, like, when I talk to people, I make eye contact. Because I noticed that nowadays it's hard to even get that connection when you're speaking to people because everybody's looking down.
I was doing it a second ago. You was talking, and I was like, I wasn't looking at social media, though. I swear.
I like looking people in the face.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, in the eyes.
It's important to feel that connection.
Yeah.
But you know, it's entertaining.
It is entertaining. It is. And that's where we get like I feel like no one needs to watch the news anymore. Like all of your updates or information or news reports, sometimes too much. You know, you can find on social media. I purposely
like unfollow certain pages because it's information overload.
Yeah.
And like my anxiety, I can't do it. So I have to like step back. Yeah.
Like you can easily find out somebody's whole entire life and get attached to them emotionally. Like if you, I don't even want to get into it, but I'm the same way. I'm an empath. So I start to like cling to certain people's stories and I get emotional and I start to have anxiety and even get like, you know, the mildly, I don't want to say depressed, not depressed, but you know, you get sad. You feel for people.
Yep. It's tough.
Yeah.
And then the other side of it, it's just messy. Social media is messy as fuck.
Yeah. It is hot as
it is
hell in here.
Don't say nothing about my fall flannel. I'm ready for September.
It's about to come off. I forgot. This is
hot. I don't. What I got under here? Nope. Can't do it.
You got a bra?
Can't do it.
Well.
So yeah. Speaking of social media, I always say this, and I will say this 1,000 times every time. Thank God.
I know
there
what
was no Instagram back in, you know, when we were out and about doing God knows what.
Yeah.
Thank
God knows
God.
what. Making it sound like we was out thotting and bopping.
Wait. Listen, use your imagination.
Oh my God.
Look, we was out there having a good time.
No, I agree. Okay. I agree. I feel like if social media were around, I don't know. I don't know how we would have like managed with the type of things people would have said about. I mean, because you know, we had our moment where that's where whole Sam and Shelly was born. Like we had our moment where I feel like we were in the, I don't know if I want to call it limelight, but like
Yeah, we had our, what do you call it, 15 minutes of fame?
15 minutes of fame.
We had that. And we were, you know, people like to talk about us. And most of the time, not in a nice way. So that was out of jealousy.
It's not like we did anything.
Yes.
Like
no, we weren't doing anything.
We were the same sweet people that we are today back then.
But yeah, just like how, you know, people like to gossip now on any and everybody. Oh, hello, Ryan.
Well, I was like, my mic is moving. My mic just started moving.
Ryan, you should have said hi. Ugh. Yes, but just like people like to gossip and go in the shade room and do this and do that, like, I honestly feel like it would have been so much more. It should have been worse. Yeah. It would have been worse. Because, you know, they were already talking on the message boards, and that's what it was.
People don't even realize, like, how far back our friendship goes. Yes. Like, we have been best friends.
Yes.
For a long time.
A long time. So here today.
Everyone tries to get us to say how long, but that's something that we keep a secret because then people start calculating, trying to figure out how old we are.
Nobody needs to know all that. Nobody needs to know all that. But yeah, like I remember just like, you know, back in our days when we were first getting started dancing and like, you know, we were out there. We would be running the streets and in New York and back and forth, you know, not working real jobs because we wanted to dance and we were
aspiring dancers and choreographers. That's a nice way to put it.
Yes. I like it. Aspiring dancers.
And people, when we tell people like our stories from like back in the day, I always get the same like reaction. People are like, "Oh my God, you guys!" Like, yeah, we were crazy. We were wild. Crazy. We were, you know, had a good time.
We would like choreograph and dance back up for like local artists in like Philly and things like that. And sometimes, you know, we would just sleep at the studio. Not even sleep. We would just be there.
There were times when we actually slept at the studio. We would put hours. Like, and I don't even think we were getting paid most of the time.
No. We weren't getting paid.
We would do shit like drink Red Bull with like a splash of vodka, I want to say.
Yeah. And just be like, no, we're fine. We don't need to sleep. Let's go rehearse.
I think that we are like alcoholics. We're not alcoholics.
No, absolutely not.
You only drink when we're together.
Yeah.
So,
but like, I remember those days, and in my mind right now, I just like, I feel like, oh, I remember, like that was fun, but it was kind of cray-cray.
It was fun and it was crazy at the same time.
If you think about it,
like, why my mom never said like, girl, where you at?
No, they were like, okay, do you know why? Because we were so sweet.
We were so sweet, and we were always together. We were looking out for one another.
Safe. Yes,
we were always safe. We always came back home
at 5 a.m. It's fine.
Whatever. Smiling and happy. I think that's all. My mom, like, all she cared about was that we were happy. Yes. She always would say, like, you guys are so cute. So cute. She still says that.
Yes. My mom the same. They swear, like, and my brother, too. He's always like, you and Shelly, like, every time you guys do something,
I love when you mimic your brothers. Like, you do the same.
No, yeah, they just be like, you two, every time you guys do something, it pops. Like, I'm like,
which brother said this?
Zay. Who else?
Zay.
Tin says it too.
I feel like Tin's a little more hard.
Yes, he's like, a little more like, you know. But every time when I think about all the shit that we've done together,
yeah,
we do pop.
We do pop. I like it. We
pop. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Our crazy studio nights. Oh my God. Choreographing, hanging out with, you know. So when we would choreograph, it's very rare that we got hired to do like anything for female artists.
I was literally about to say that. It was always for like a boy group or male artist or like,
and being young and being in that scene.
Yeah.
You know.
We're like, okay. Oh, for free? Sure. Y'all stay here for 2 days.
For 2 days and just drink Red Bull, live off of Red Bull, and choreograph whatever you want. To all the songs on your album?
All the songs are amazing. Yeah, no. But it's like when you're hungry and you're, you know, young and you're an aspiring dancer, as you said, it's like, it's almost like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. What about like the relationships that kindled in the...
Kindled? I don't know if we want to use the word kindled.
You can't say shit like that while I'm saying this.
No. There's some crazy, those are the stories that, because we are, you know, different relationship statuses now. I don't know that we can really
even share those stories. We were not that bad, but no, we young girls, cute as we are. The artists that we worked with, every now and again, there was like a hookup happening.
Every now and again, I was gonna say it was some shorties and
it was some shorties.
Some of the groups that we
always picked the good ones though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of them was crazy though. Names?
No.
Hell no.
Fuck no. Ryan talking about give me names. Nope, not doing that.
No names. Especially because some of their faces we've like still come across. We're like, oh,
hey.
You're still around?
Oh, hey.
You still exist? Okay. I'm putting this back on.
You cold now?
I'm not cold. I just feel awkward not having, I don't know, putting my, what do you call this?
Kimono?
My kimono back on. Oh, it's hot.
You want to trade?
Absolutely not.
Would you like to trade?
Absolutely not.
This is me running out the house. I was like,
I actually really like that flannel, but
I like it, but it's hot as shit.
It's hot as shit.
It's hot. Give me a couple more weeks. I'll wear it again.
Looking at you.
Yes, but wait, you were about to say something.
I was just talking about like how some of the guys from the groups, I think because like they were like musicians and artists. Like some of them had some like
they were really talented though.
Very talented, yes, but like some of them were a little cocky and I don't know what's the right way to. You ain't
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Relax.
You ain't Usher.
Right.
Who you?
Relax. But I think at the time we were just so enamored with like being we were being on the scene and it was exciting.
It was exciting.
So
yeah.
They got away with some shit.
Not really.
Really?
Not really. I feel like we were smart. Like we never really let no guy like play. I'm not being submissive to no nigga that ain't like about to wife me. Is that how you say it? Wife me?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's what the kids are saying these days.
Yeah. I feel like we were pretty smart.
No,
with
in
it.
that aspect, yes. I wasn't even going on to that, but yes, in that aspect of like somebody trying to control, like no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Especially like. We weren't trying to wife none of that. It was just like, okay, you're just here.
Do you wife a guy? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
We're not trying to wife you.
I'm not trying to wife you. Like, go sing your little songs and keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
Like, you cute for today.
I don't like being submissive in general. I think I have an issue with that. I don't know why.
Are you anti-submission?
I guess because of how it sounds, and I've had, and you know what too, I think it like dates back to relationships that I've been in where men felt like entitled to, me being submissive to them, and it's like that's something that you have to. Where did this come from? Yeah, that's something that you have to like, I don't know, earn. You know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of men feel entitled to. A woman that they're dating being submissive to them.
I agree.
I actually had a man tell me like, well, it's in the Bible that, a woman is supposed to be submissive to their man.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
First of all, when do you read the Bible, sir? Okay. You want to quote Bible scripture, show it to me.
Right, exactly.
Like, they just regurgitating shit that they've heard.
Like, from other men.
Oh, it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible.
Somebody else said it to them, and they're like,
There's a lot of stuff in the Bible.
Snatch that up and run with it because it sounds good.
It sounds good. And if I say it's in the Bible, then do you even read the Bible? Because
I need the Bible. Where is it? Highlight it. Show it to me.
No, I say the same thing. Like I'm not submissive in like I feel like in any way, shape, or form. I feel like when I was younger, if I was groomed, quote unquote, by the right person, I could have been because I used to like that kind of controlling, dominant, male. But like the older I've gotten. No, I'm too bomb. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, even for your husband, do you feel like?
So with that, it's different.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having to learn certain things, and he knows my personality is very strong. So he'll say it all the time, like, oh, you're just not the submissive type. And I'm like, I'm not. But, I can see why when I'm in a marriage, like, that would be a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like speaking in terms of like my husband, I feel like at one point in time I was super submissive. Like,
okay, I could see that.
Whatever it was he wanted, I was like, and this is like because it's been like years of us being in a. For those who don't know, like it's been well over 10 years. In this relationship. So I feel like at the beginning, especially being that he and I that this is the father of my children. Like we had a baby together.
Right.
So whatever he wanted, I was like, okay, yeah. You want to move across the country? Like, okay, like I'm going to follow you. Right. But I think because we started off so young and like we've had to learn each other, like I went through a lot of phases where I had to like start to learn like, okay, wait, no, I'm kind of being pushed on. I got to put my foot down.
Right.
So then I had to like hold my ground and kind of say like, all right, I'm not okay with these set like boundaries for myself. So once you start to set boundaries for yourself, then I think it becomes harder to be submissive.
No,
and
absolutely.
I feel like same like you, I'm still learning like where it's okay to be submissive.
Right.
And where it's okay to be like, okay, no, like this is not something that I want to do.
I don't think that it should ever just be whatever he says goes. Like, I don't believe in that.
Even in a marriage, right? It should always be like a joint thing.
Like, we're smart women. It should never be that, you know, we can't have our input or, and I think some guy, and I don't think either of our husbands expect that. But I do think that they would like us to be a little more,
just go
with the flow. I'm like, no.
I think because too, like we're
what I say on the getaway video.
I'm a motherfucking boss. Oh yeah, I'm a motherfucking boss, bitch.
Go watch the getaway recap video if you haven't seen it.
What was I saying? Boss, babe, bad. I don't know. You said something like that.
Something like that. But yes, we are running our own business right now. And this
sweat. I feel like I'm sweating profusely.
You don't look sweaty though. My hair is frizzing.
Ryan, can we get like a fan or some shit?
Ryan has the fan on him and him only. Okay,
it definitely does.
Sweat over
while
here.
We're dying.
He turned the AC off, just so y'all know.
And it's like 100 degrees outside. Oh, thanks.
Where's my manager?
Turn it up a little bit. Oh, okay, I can feel that. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We can switch back and forth. We get it for a few minutes. You
take this AC. Pick this big AC up from over here and take that over there.
Thanks, Ryan. He's the best.
So, anyway, back to being submissive. You know, what were we saying?
I think I was saying
I was looking for the fan.
that we run our own business.
Yes.
So it's like we're so used to every day, like making decisions and managing. That sometimes it's hard to switch it off and go home.
No, I totally agree. Yeah. I agree.
I'm getting better.
And I know that Germany. My husband hates that. Like he's like, kind of wants me to just kind of follow his lead a lot of times. And I'm always like, well, I need to see all the details. I need to investigate. I need to look into this and make sure so I get it. But with everything, it's a process. You have to learn. I'm learning how to be submissive. I'm not doing good at it at all, but I'm trying.
That's all that matters. All you can do is try. I'm this is baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Yeah. Like, I would love to hear like a single woman's opinion.
I would too.
Yeah, on like submissiveness and like how that looks in a relationship that's like a serious relationship. Right. You know what I mean? Like how does that look nowadays? Especially, I feel like the dating scene is so different now. Oh my
God. Yes. I don't even feel like I can insert myself into a conversation about dating right now. Like I don't know.
I'll be inserting myself into everybody's conversation. I have a lot of single friends
though. Like I can't offer any advice to our single friends because I really honestly it's so different.
It is.
We've been married for a couple years, y'all. Long time. So the dating scene is.
It is.
I don't know.
But my thing has always been like, I feel like everyone's expectations are very high, and with all of the women's empowerment and men's
Kevin Samuels of the world.
This dude,
this motherfucker,
like I feel like everybody has these high ass standards and. No matter who you're with, y'all are going to have to learn each other. You're going to have to grow with each other. Your partner is not going to start all perfect.
Nope.
So you're going to have to like go through your trials and errors. You're going to have to forgive a little bit. It's going to happen.
A lot of it.
They're going to fuck up. You're going to fuck up.
Yes.
At some point. Right. You know what I mean? Like you have to learn to like kind of give a little. Yes. And I know it sucks to hear that. I know a lot of women probably like, fuck that. Like I'm not.
I think That's why marriage is so hard, because you can't just walk away.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those things that go up and down. And it's like, this motherfucker's getting on my nerves. And then you might be the one getting on his. Like, it goes back and forth. Hopefully, eventually, you find like some type of, middle ground where you understand each other, or
might need some counseling.
Yes.
You might need some friends that's going to talk y'all off the ledge. But yeah, that's what any relationship is about. You know what I mean? You're going to have those ups and downs. Yeah. Damn, we just got real deep.
How you get deep like that?
We got real deep. Are we spitting bars or no? Like,
this ours.
Oh, Ryan said no, we're not. I'm
How
curious.
Are we not spitting bars?
Can you hop on
mean?
a mic? Do you have something to say?
I would love to hear a male perspective. I want your opinion, but don't go ham.
Ryan.
You're going to go ham.
Lord, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about him giving his
opinion.
Well,
go ahead. Speak on a male's perspective.
Yeah, let's hear
on what, though? Submissiveness?
You have to ask me a question.
Oh, all right. Well, what is your, let's go with submissiveness. Like, what's your take on a woman being submissive to a man in a relationship?
Did you hear that it's in the Bible and like you
is that what you were gonna say? It's in the Bible.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
All right, go. Let's hear what Ryan has to say.
Where do you want me to go?
Well, what's
I think
your
it's the
take on
natural order of things.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you just gonna come right out.
Because it's in the Bible.
No, there's reasons why men generally are the leader.
Okay. And those reasons are, like, name a couple.
Men are more logical.
Logic
is better to use when you're interacting with the world than emotion, because if you have an emotional reaction to things, it doesn't always turn out so good.
I can see that,
but you need logic and emotion in order to make a good decision.
You see that? That's
you know what I mean?
Right there.
So just because men are more logical thinkers doesn't make them
doesn't always work.
The person who should be like the head and the lead of everything.
Right.
Just because.
No, it is.
Oh, that's going to be a response because I said so?
Because I said so.
No, logic's just a better thing to use than emotion.
Some could argue that, but we could also argue that, men have been in charge for a long time. And shit has been not great.
Right.
Have you ever seen, if you dropped a whole bunch of women off in
where are we going with this?
the woods, and you drop a whole bunch of men off in the woods, men are going to definitely survive better than women are.
Wow. I don't know.
They've done this. There's been a reality show. It's Bear Grylls.
Is it because of strength? Are you talking about?
That's part of it. I mean, yeah.
That's not because of lack of logic on a woman's part, or intelligence or anything like that.
And you know
partially.
what?
Take Ryan's mic away.
Go have a seat. I feel like
partially.
Women, we do react out of emotion very often, but at the same time, like when it's time for us to be logical thinkers, we have a switch and we can turn it on. Yes, we can.
Yes,
where's the soundboard? Wow, wow.
No. And I don't know if this is because like we have to be logical thinkers. We run a business. Like you have to be able to think logically if you're running a business that's doing well. So I feel like there's a switch. Yeah, sometimes my emotional side responds first.
Right.
But I'm able to take a moment, think about it, and be like, oh shit, this is probably how this should be
but
handled.
it might be too late after
and
that.
for just to go back and talk about how if women got dropped off in the woods and men got dropped off in the woods, women are going to, we will find a way to figure that shit out.
Y'all can't work together, number one. That's
yes,
a
we
big
can. Did you see we took 30 women to Jamaica and we worked together?
That was amazing.
That's an anomaly.
So, I don't know. We must be like the rare group or something.
Shelly and I work. You don't see. I hear often
you're
that
using
you don't see friendships like our friendship very often.
Exactly. That's my point. Is that women usually don't get along together.
I'm helping him.
Yeah, you are.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks.
All right. No, but we go through our shit too. We go through our shit, and we work through it just like with any relationship. I feel like
men are more stable.
Okay.
So
in general.
Which is why emotion is important too, though, because if there wasn't emotion, if it wasn't like, I care about you, I care about how you feel, then we would just move on.
We would not be friends.
Right, exactly. But because there's the emotional side of it, we're able to be like, okay, let's be logical here and solve it because I care.
Yes, and I this is not off topic, but not a topic we discussed. But I feel like we learned that later because we've gone through things in our friendship where, you know, we weren't friends for a while. And it was like, all right, fuck that. Fuck that bitch.
Damn, that's how you feel, though?
I didn't say that. I was saying that was you. You were saying that. You were saying that.
I was not saying that. I was like, why won't she call me?
Oh, cut it. But we've gone through periods where, and people don't know this, but like, we stopped talking for a while. And
who reached out to who first?
You know, I ain't calling.
I sent the whole fucking email. I was like, hey, best friend.
I don't remember any of that.
It was an email.
You sent me an email?
Yeah.
To where? SME said, I'm about to go
Probably.
find it.
Go look for it.
Go look for it. It's probably my AOL email.
I'm sure. You ain't had no, what was that, Gmail? Yahoo?
No, none of that.
Can I make a disclaimer so I don't get canceled, though?
You get
probably
canceled.
Get
you already
canceled. We're going to cancel you for everyone.
No, see, so I think this gets misconstrued from the man's point of view because we focus on like the differences and the value that men bring because I think that that's downplayed in today's society. Like, bigging up women is a big thing. You really can't talk about guys. But there's a good point. Like, women have had more challenges.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's understandable why things are going the way they are.
Right.
And also, I want to say that you need both because it's a yin and a yang thing.
Okay.
So,
back to my
you know, and before off air, we were talking about like women being better caretakers. There's things that are that women are
Everyone
way better
has their
at.
strengths. Yeah.
Right. So you need women. Men need women, but women also need men. And the problem is, there's this culture of like, I don't need a man. Blah blah blah. Hot girl summer. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
There are extremes to any situation.
No. It's not an extreme. The normal like consensus right now is definitely very anti the patriarchy men. Like, I don't need a man. I'm independent. I'm a boss. I'm this. I'm that.
Comes from the masculine toxicity that we have.
That's harmful
over the years. It's harmful.
Why is that guy? No. I'm saying, why is that men's fault that it's the pendulum is swinging?
I don't want to get too political. I feel like I want to relate this to something else, but not on the podcast because then it's gonna go left.
Just say it.
No, I don't want to get political.
Can we say it in a way that it's not?
Because then it's gonna turn into a whole conversation.
Push the envelope.
All right, well, fine. Like, it's sounding to me like how minorities, when they start to, you know, we have Black Pride because we have been, what do you call it? We've been, you know, segregated and, you know, taught to hate ourselves essentially. And now it's like, no, we're the shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like women are going through the same thing because we're like,
wait, why were we downplaying ourselves like we were?
Right. Why are we being suppressed
when we can do things that a man
so now
can
it's
do.
like this movement of Ryan's doing the
Shelly got me. But I think where the problem is that we don't want to acknowledge that we are different.
We are different.
So like an issue is that people say like, you know, like if you look at certain jobs like engineers, right? People would say that it's because of the patriarchy and oppressive men that women are less engineers than men. But if you look at psychological studies, there are differences between women and men in the interest and things like that.
I believe that.
So bricklayers, for example, right? It's not because of the patriarchy and evil men that most men do physical occupations.
Right.
Because people don't want to accept men are physically generally stronger.
I don't know who's saying that. Like,
no, but people are saying that.
Like,
people,
men and women are different.
People look at these inequitable percentages in different things,
right,
and would say that
it's sexism.
Yes,
right,
and there is sexism,
right, but not all the time.
But the degree of which sexism is a problem is, I think, bigger than what it should. Than what people are saying. And maybe racism is similar, but a little bit different.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan.
Well, okay.
Don't cancel me.
We can
and
end
Ryan Fagan Real Estate.
We can end that note on we need each other.
Yes. Kumbaya.
Kumbaya. That's what makes us great. Yin and yang.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Whoa.
That went all the way. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Damn, we were
talking about being submissive, right?
Damn.
Put his 2 cents in. We're going back and forth. That could be a whole nother. I feel like that could be a show on its own.
On its own, yeah. Damn. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all drop your comments because I know people gonna have a lot to say about that.
Like, I'm curious though. Like, I'm open-minded. I want to know what the consensus. Excuse me, this champagne right now. What is the consensus on like being submissive? I think I may be talking prematurely, but I think most women are going to say it has to be the right person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I can see that. Oh, that's a whole nother conversation. Oof. Ryan's talking about finances. We're not even going there. We're not going there. We are not going there.
So along with all this women's empowerment and like, you know, just women finding themselves and having their voice these days, which I love. I'm here for it. That's what we built
That's what we do.
Whole studio around,
right.
You know, like helping women to find that voice, whether it's through dance or yoga or fitness or whatever it is.
Anything that relates to women's empowerment. That's what we do. And that's why we speak the way we speak about women and also like.
We would not, and I'm not that the extremes that Ryan was talking about. And I know that there are women that feel like, you know, niggas ain't shit and all that. I don't feel like we're that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
definitely not.
We definitely understand that there are rules and, you know, men have a role to play too.
Yeah, they definitely do.
But, I had on my shirt when I did the hip hop class the last time, it said the future is female. And I believe that.
I kind of do too. We've been stepping our game up. Us females have been stepping our game up.
I want to know what that looks like because men have been running the show for so long. What does it look like?
I'm sorry. We are capable of running the future.
Of course.
Just saying.
I believe that we are. So I want to know, like, what does that look like? Rainbows and unicorns? What do you think?
Just bold, confident ass women walking through the first female president. That's going to happen soon. I feel like that's going to happen soon. We've come very close.
For sure.
So, yeah.
I feel like all this just makes me think about, like, feeling confident. And, you know, you have to be confident in order to have that voice.
Right.
You have to find your confidence because it doesn't just come easily for
It does not. You know what's funny is we were talking to a few of our divas in our studio.
Studio Diva
actually,
NJ.
this reminds me of we just finished the plug, shameless plug. We finished up our.
bigger.
I love it though.
Okay.
We finished up our heels intensive.
Yes.
Right, which was freaking amazing.
Ryan, where's the video?
Where's the video, Ryan? But like when it came down to the recording, right? We saw a lot of women who we expected to be like ready to film and be in front of the camera. We saw some of them started
before you do that, let's backtrack just a little bit. So the Heels Intensive was a 4-week workshop.
You heard Ryan yelling, didn't you? Before he even said anything, you can hear him saying, "What's the
workshop?" In my head, trying to avoid that. But yeah, so 4 weeks.
Yes.
Same women every Wednesday for an hour and a half. You know, we worked through different things, and confidence was one of the
things that we worked on and touched on.
You know, the workshop being 4 weeks.
Yeah.
We didn't really have, I guess, enough time to dig in to confidence the way we
because that was one of the first things that we had listed because obviously putting on a pair of heels and getting in front of a camera and dancing, like you have to own that. You have to have the confidence. So that was definitely part of our lesson plan.
Yes.
Was to touch on confidence. And we even had the ladies do like an exercise where they went up to the mirror and they looked themselves in the eye and, you know, we had them focus on being confident and sexy.
And finding that niche, like what makes you confident?
What makes you feel like a badass?
Confident? I want our ladies who are watching to drop a comment too, because like what is that for you? What does that look like?
Yeah.
When are you feeling like a badass bitch?
When are you feeling most powerful?
Most powerful.
Yeah, because we heard a lot of cool stuff, but we would be interested.
When are you feeling most confident?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm interviewing
you
now.
All right. We just hopped topics. I think I feel most confident, most sexy. It's a lot of things. I think that it depends on like what it is that I'm needing in that moment. So it could be music. It could be just like the song. Yeah. It could be my hair. Shit. Because the bad hair day will snatch that confidence real quick.
Right, and play the womp, womp, womp. When your hair not done?
That's the wrong button. Okay. No, you know what?
Okay.
Cut it.
Right. Give yourself one of those for going through 5 different sound effects before finding it.
Oh my God.
I can't. Yes.
But I feel like it changes. Or like just like a badass pair of shoes.
Yes.
My favorite pair of shoes, I'm not going to lie, my heels to dance in are my thigh highs.
You love those.
Those are the ones that will bring that confidence out. You got to wear some cheeky cheeks with it. But put those bad boys on.
I love it.
Shelly Show comes out.
Oh, spicy.
Yeah. So, I mean, since you're asking me, what is it for you?
Oh, I wasn't planning on answering this question.
All right, whatever. She's probably got a hold. Go ahead.
I don't. I think I feel confident. Music is definitely one for me. I'm glad you said that because that ties into my dancing. And I feel like I have like, certain something that switches on, like I said last time. When I dance, but also yes, hair has to be done. I don't know, feeling like I have my shit together, and also like not even just physically, like appearance wise, but like being on point with like life.
Yeah,
then I
having
feel
structure, feeling like you're like banging shit out.
And I can like I can focus, and I feel like a boss bitch.
Yeah,
doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if there's like something that somebody can name that's like they can always come back to that, and that's how they light their confidence. Because for me, it does change. Like I'm not always feeling confident, and sometimes I have to like really work hard to find it.
Get it,
which I feel like is a common thing. Like so many women suffer from lack of confidence.
Yes,
I hear it so much. You hear it so much in the studio. Yeah, when a lot of our women are because a lot of times we have like these moments of vulnerability where they share with us why they even came into our space, and a lot of times it's because they're searching to find something that's going to help them to be more confident. Yeah. We hear it so much.
Absolutely.
I wonder why that's a thing. Like, why can't we just like turn it on and be confident all the time?
I'm wondering, how much emphasis do we place on what other people think of us?
That's it.
Why though?
I don't know. And it would be a lie for you to be like, I don't care what anybody else thinks about me.
Right.
Because that's like the thing to say, but so many of us actually really do care what other people think about us.
Right. I don't have the answers.
I don't either.
I'm like struggling for words.
We need a therapist to come on and give us the answers. But it does even that I feel like there's
I think that's the root.
That's the root, but then there's days where you're like, fuck this. I don't care what nobody thinks of me today. And those are the days where you're like super on point.
Because whatever you think, people are thinking.
More than 9 out of 10 times they're not even thinking it. Yeah. Facts.
So I feel like we need to like dig into that and like get out of our heads. Like,
yes.
Because then that opens up like so much more of your potential.
Get into the practice of letting go. That's my shit. In yoga.
Yeah.
Inhale, exhale, let it go. Let that shit go. But like that's key. Is like whatever you have going on in your mind, like the things that you start telling yourself.
Right.
Get into a practice of being like, you know what, this is just in my mind, I'm making this shit up. Like let me just let it go. Releasing what doesn't serve you. I say that all the time when it comes to yoga. But like those thoughts are negative, and a lot of times they are causing our confidence to be lowered. Right. So what is the point of carrying that around? Like start getting into the habit, and I'm speaking to myself too, of being like, you know what, why am I even telling myself this? Let me release these thoughts. And
the mind is so powerful though.
Yo, crazy.
It's so powerful. Like I can create something in my mind that I know I've created, but I will be pissed at somebody else for.
You've been pissed at me for something that you created in your head numerous times.
Often.
I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
It's so powerful, and that's something I'm working on.
Yeah.
Because that is so toxic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So,
and even like like creating like illnesses and stuff with your mind, like feeling like, oh, there's something wrong with me. I'm feeling sick. I've had a stomach ache every day, but it's because your mind is telling your body that you have a stomach ache.
And now your body is starting to
actually feel that.
I done had everything.
I'm a believer in that. You can manifest the positive things. You can manifest the the negative things, which is funny. I saw this post. This is probably like absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna try to find it. I was reading it and I'm like, oh shit. I feel like whenever I see posts, I start to try to relate it to myself. Like, is this me? Where is it? Bong, here it is. It says, I'm gonna skip the first part because it says I don't give a fuck about who I make. That's the part I want to hear. But I'm like, I wouldn't say that. I don't give a fuck about who I make uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. Right. But it says, yes, I talk to spirits. Yes, I use crystals. Yes, I do magic work. Yes, I do spell work. Yes, I worship the moon. Yes, I believe in God. And yes, I believe in the universe. Yes, I'm a healer. I'm going to read this last part, though. Yes, I will still beat your ass. Because that part of me, even though it doesn't come out often, is still there. But I was like, oh, okay, I can say yes to a lot of these. Except for, you know, the spell work and the do magic. But then I was like, manifesting, does that count as like spell work or magic? Because if it does, then I guess I kind of do feel like I have magic powers. Because I have manifested $100 in my account just because I wrote it and said it over and over again. What the fuck kind of noise? Oh, you know what, Ryan? We're gonna need you to learn the soundboard.
Ryan's just learning how to use the soundboard. So,
and I want to say he might have had some of our vodka. I don't know what's going on over there.
What was that first sound? Like a bird chirping?
It was like a cricket or some shit. I was like, what happened?
Oh God! Now we're being creepy.
I'm about to take the headphones off and toss them because we wouldn't be able to hear them.
But yeah, so you asking me, I'm not the right person for this topic.
Because I can be very spiritual. Like a lot of these, I'm like, okay, yes, I do use crystals. Yes, I love the moon. I wouldn't say I worship it, but I absolutely, everybody who knows me knows I am freaking obsessed with the moon. I know all the moon phases and, you know, I'll research like what the moon phases mean and the benefits of like the moon phase that we're in. You know, yes, I believe in God and yes, I believe in the universe, all of that stuff. You know, I love my crystals.
Yes.
But yeah, I was like, magic, I don't do magic. But then I was like, oh, manifestation. That's kind of like, I feel like that's a power. Yeah. People who, the sounds are really like, they're taking me for a loop.
Oh God, I'm afraid for when he like gets it down packed.
And it's funny because like, I feel like people who are like, when you look at manifestation and how it works, it's like, well, how come you're not a millionaire? Why haven't you manifested $1 million into your bank account?
Like
but
if it's that easy,
but it's not. That's the thing. It's not easy. You have to have like a consistent practice of knowing how to attract those things to you. And it's so easy, just like with confidence, just like with anything else, you can like fall off of that path and then come back to it. But if you practice it consistently, you can see shit change.
I believe it. So I am not one. I'm not, you know, I believe in God, but I'm not the most like spiritual, like
So we can't say the word spiritual without the sound. He's cracking up.
He's loving all of this, y'all. So I don't do like, you know, the crystals and all that.
Yeah.
But you know, to each its own. But I do believe in manifesting, like, and I don't know if that makes me like a hypocrite or whatever, because I have experienced that like recently. This is random as hell, but like the week before, no, like a couple weeks before we went on the Diva getaway to Jamaica, I was like stressing out because I just knew that my period has been coming, like, you know, that same week every month for like, you know, for the past couple years. Like a year or so.
Yeah.
And I literally said it came like that in April. I literally said after Jamaica won that I was like, fuck, I don't want my period to be on while we go on to Jamaica again, like the second time. Like that was a pain in the ass. So then in May, it came like a week before.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
Yeah, because you were telling your body, you were like, I'm not gonna be on my period in Jamaica again. Because it did suck for you. People don't know, but like, you know, we're all ladies, right? Most of us, there's probably a couple men
and if you're not, you'll be fine.
Right, whatever. Like, she has pretty heavy periods and her cramps and like they fucking turn her into a different person.
Bye.
So I get why it's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to enjoy my vacation. Like, I don't want that experience.
That was
but I'm proud of you because you did. You manifested your period to a whole nother week.
I don't feel like I was like, please. You know, I wasn't doing that, but I talked about it. I talked about it with you, and it was just the randomest thing. Like, it came a whole week early.
Yeah.
And I have no explanation for it. I'm not on birth control.
Yeah, because you spoke it. You put it out there into the universe. Oh, I'm going to throw the board out of the window.
Yo, it's making me laugh every time.
No.
But yeah,
see,
so
this is why I love that. I really believe in that. I feel like once I stopped connecting negative words to my finances, I saw a crazy shift in that. You know what I mean? Like before it was like using negative words, meaning like saying like, I'm poor. I don't have any money. I'm broke. Like I took all of those words out of my language. I don't use them at all. And the struggle that I feel like I used to feel, I don't feel like I feel that anymore. And I think it's just because I detach all negative feelings about money.
Right.
I just let that shit go.
Right.
You know what? I quit.
Wait, was that a laugh track?
It was a laugh track.
No, it's classic.
Applause.
Thanks, Ryan. Are those labeled?
They're not labeled. He's just randomly pressing buttons, y'all. I hope y'all ain't getting a freaking kick out of this shit.
I'm loving it. I'm gonna crack up every time.
Yeah, but I just thought that post was funny because as soon as I started reading it, I was like, oh, is that me?
I feel like there's a lot of people that can relate to that, though.
Yeah. I don't talk to spirits, though, just in case people are like, oh, Shelly's weird.
Oh, God.
Unless you count seeing like angel numbers as talking to spirits. Ryan, oh my God. I'm over it.
Y'all come get him.
Come get him. We're done. So, yeah.
No, it's interesting.
I'm proud of you.
Why? Tell me more.
Because you're utilizing. Wait, every time I say manifest, I think of Sam's cousin. Yes, Abby. She was walking around feeling going manifestation, manifested. That's why I hesitate when I say it because I can
drunken nights. Yep.
I can hear her shouting that shit.
Yes, that shit was funny as hell. I think we have videos somewhere.
I'm sure we do somewhere. I have like all the videos. I never delete anything.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get too deep because I could talk forever about the moon and
manifestation.
So I guess on that note, we do have like a few questions, right? We asked people to send us some questions.
So I've named this last night randomly. It's called Ask a Diva.
Ask a Diva. All right. I like it.
Ask a Diva question.
Ask
a Diva. So let's go. So we're gonna do 2 today.
Okay.
I'll go with the one that requires less of a long ass answer.
Okay. Sam is giving Ryan the fight eyes.
So one of our diva questions by C Queen Christina. Mm-hmm. She wants to know. I'm sorry, that's backwards. Sorry, Christina. We'll come back to that. Yes, play that. It's so bubbly. Evie wants to know what is our
Evie as in Evelyn?
Yes.
Hey, Evelyn.
What is our inspiration for choreography? How do you find inspiration? So for those that don't know, we teach a heels dance class every Friday.
Yes.
Fridays are for divas.
Fridays are for divas. Yes. It'd be lit.
Divas
Club.
Heels, Club Diva.
The Club Studio Diva. So for those, because a lot of people actually ask us like, well, how do y'all create?
Ooh.
Some days the shit is just hitting,
right?
And everything that comes out, like as if we're talking, whatever moves come out, just kind of fits and flows. And then there are some days where Sam and I are laying flat out on the floor
with 2 different shoes on. Like wanting to cry. Can't say and cancel it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's been happening more often than not lately.
No, because I feel like the last couple we were fine. Okay. But like we go through patches. Like we'll go through like a rough 4 weeks where we're like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Sorry for y'all. Like we're pretty we use a lot of profanity.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, y'all are right. So I don't know. Like we come up with our choreo by just freestyling, like whatever comes out.
Right.
Which can sometimes be tough because we're always afraid that something, even when you talk, like you're afraid you're going to say something stupid. When you dance, sometimes you feel like you're going to do something that's crazy.
And I have. Yeah.
And Sam and I will call each other out on it too, which is why it makes it even tougher. Because I'm like, if I do some dumb shit, Sam going to look at me and be like.
That's why I don't like choreographing next to you. Like, so I love our choreography sessions where we're together, we're in the studio, because that shit, like, it pops.
Yeah.
But then there are times where we have to choreograph separately and then bring it together.
Yes.
But sometimes, like when we choreograph together next to each other, I'd be scared to do stuff.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes. I'm like, she gonna think this is stupid.
So I actually feel that way, like choreographing away from you. I'm like, if I put something in here and Sam's like, what the fuck is that move?
No.
I be feeling like that. I've even like I'm not even gonna lie. We have a camera in the studio where like we can like just drop in and make sure everything's running smoothly.
Yes.
I'd be like looking to see if the light is coming.
Right.
I'm like, don't watch me.
Shut
You
up.
gotta turn that camera on like right at the perfect moment when I do some dumb shit. But it takes being brave and going out there and just doing some craziness to come up with the cool shit. I feel like that's why like choreographers like Aaliyah Janelle, she really tests the limits by doing stuff that most
people would be like, no, this is dumb.
Yeah,
but, and then when we find a move like that, we'll be like, Aaliyah will do it.
I feel like we've been more open to that lately. We're like, okay, like it came out, we laughed at it, but it could be something.
Hold on now, right?
It could be something.
Oh, you want to do this? Okay. We could make this work.
Now he's doing dumb shit. But
it might work. And
no. I hate it. I hate that board. I hate it.
Burn it. But I think that when we start, again, getting out of our heads and feeling confident in our ability, because not for nothing, like we don't reteach often, and we have 52 Fridays in a year, almost, give or take. We create a lot of shit during the year. And I hear from our divas a lot that, you know, they'll be like, how are you guys like coming up with this stuff? And they don't feel like we repeat. And sometimes we do, like we'll repeat a move, or there's natural.
Some that are classics that are
but for the most part, we
try to be
coming up with
new stuff. New stuff.
But
you'll take that one? You like that one? Okay.
But I think to answer your question, I don't know, we're like went all on a tangent. It helps sometimes when we're feeling stuck. Like when we want to go harder and harder, you know, we look at.
I'm gonna just act like you didn't just
our
throw an inside joke in there.
That we, you know, look up to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Like
we will.
Do that. We will look and be like, how did they attack this? Right, Cisco choreography. Aaliyah's dope as fuck. Nicole Kirkland, we've been looking at, like, and those are all like LA based. Choreographers, but there's like Luam, who's from the East Coast, and like there's other people that like sometimes you just need to like see how someone else attacked a song, and you know, like, well, what are they hitting? And then it kind of gives you some like. And
I like to look at a song that has nothing to do with the song that we're dancing to, because I don't want to accidentally be inspired and put a move in that looks too similar to something that someone else did. So I'll just look for something else that has like a vibe that could be like, you know what I mean? And just that will help to inspire me too. That was such a good, because we do that. We'll be like, all right, let's just like,
when it's not working, when it's been 2 hours and we have nothing. And
we're laying on the floor yelling at each other.
Class is in an hour.
We've been there. Too many Fridays.
Yeah. Ooh, if y'all only knew. Yeah. But it's great. Everything's great.
I always hear when we do that last minute, create some shit right before class. Well, people always like, we always hate it because of how it feels. We'll be in the studio for hours before class starts and having to like crunch and create and then teach what we created, and then not being sure like, was this the movie somebody was putting right there?
Y'all seen us do that.
Y'all see us cutting our eyes at each other like, what was that we just did? But from like the feedback that we get from everyone else, they're always like, that was so good.
It was so good.
Yes. Yeah. So thank y'all.
So again, going back to being confident. Sometimes we just have to believe in our abilities.
Yeah. Facts. Question number 2. What was it?
Back to Christina. She wants to know any advice for, someone starting their own business, which I feel like with the power of social media, going back to our conversation earlier, another good thing is that you can use social media to promote.
I'm feeling like a gangster at this point. I don't know why I've been sitting here like this. I hope this doesn't look. I'm comfortable.
Oh, you got slides? Y'all don't see.
You're not supposed to tell people I look.
I didn't know until right now.
I look like a presentable up top. You don't even know I got on my feet.
I'm here for it.
I have on heels. Anyway, go
ahead. So you can use social media to promote whatever you have going on. I've seen so many small businesses grow from it. So what advice do we have for someone who is starting their own business?
Be persistent.
Yes.
Don't ever quit because, sometimes, you know how like when you start cleaning a room and shit gets messier before it gets cleaner? Like I feel like that happens with starting your own business. Like you can get caught up in the creating and then start to lose sight of the vision.
Right.
Just keep pushing because your vision is, you have that vision for a reason. And if you just keep trying, like you will find success in your business.
Yeah. And I think understanding that everything is not going to be for everybody. Like, there's people out there for you that are looking for what you're offering.
Yeah.
So don't feel discouraged if you haven't necessarily found that audience yet.
Yeah.
But they're out there.
They're out there. Keep trying.
Keep trying. What you said is important on those days where it seems like nothing is going right, or those weeks or months where it seems like nothing is going right. Just keep pushing, and know that, it's gonna
especially if it still feels right in your heart. You're like, you know what? This is still fun for me. This still feels right in my heart. Like I know it could be something. You have to just keep pushing because a bitch taught a class with like one person in there for we've been there. Shit.
Yeah, for sure.
With one person in it, just keep going. Be grateful.
Hey guys, welcome to.
I'm grateful for my one person. You come on in. Just
but on the even if on the back end off the cameras or off, you're like, what the fuck? Like nobody's here, but when you get on, you're on.
Yes.
So you're allowed to feel.
Put 100% into whatever it is that you're doing, no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there.
And then there's moments where you'll go back to it, but then you got to be like, okay. I think as long as it still feels good to you, it still feels like it's in alignment. Right. Damn.
You're not drinking this, sis.
It's a whole bottle right there. You're gonna.
Well, you know why? There's no vodka in the one I had,
and it's too
I don't
far
feel
away.
Like reaching over for it.
Fine. Yeah. Yeah. No, but I think that's a great question.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like we could go on and on about that topic. We don't want to go too long. Yes, like keep going.
Yes, and we love to see it, especially there's so many entrepreneurs in our Diva community. We love to see it.
Here for all of it.
We're here for all of it. We will support our divas always.
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
Yeah. But no, kudos to, you said that was
Christina, yeah. Yay. She got her, but she has her own podcast.
She does have a podcast with her
boo-boo, her fiance.
Yes, so dope.
Come back to classics.
Yo, where the hell you been at? That's a better question. Where the hell have you been?
No, we get it. But yeah, so yes, y'all keep sending your questions in to Ask a Diva. And we're going to keep
Why
answering
you say it like
them.
that? Ask a Diva.
A Diva. We'll keep answering them. We love the questions.
We do love it.
Speaking of the studio, what's going on?
So, yeah, really quick recap what we have going on. Tomorrow we have Shania Ray coming in.
Yes, this will probably air after that.
It will, but y'all can always catch the recap.
Look, yeah.
A good friend of mine, she is a badass basketball player, or maybe a former basketball player. I don't know if she still plays, but she does like her own like boot camp style classes.
Yeah.
But she teaches a class that kind of reminds me of booty camp.
Okay.
So she's coming in. Damn, I feel bad because I don't know where she moved to. I know she moved away from here. She's not in New Jersey anymore, but she's visiting, and that's why she, hit us up. So she's gonna come and take over my class, Booty Camp, at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. It's gonna be dope. I'm excited to have her. So obviously this is gonna air afterwards, but y'all make sure you go check the recap.
Go check out the recap. It's gonna be up there.
We also have our Heels Intensive 101. Since the first one, the Heels Intensive did so well, and we had a lot of women inquiring.
Yes, and then so that. Their culmination video, their performance should be out soon. So that's going to come out. You guys can see like what they've been we're working on the whole time, and, kind of get a peek into like, what was the intensive about?
Right. Yeah.
So that's exciting.
So our 101 ladies are in. So we're just like breaking things down. Some of these women have never even taken dance classes, which is dope. And then we also have our kids program. Fall program is starting. They have the cutest little kids leotards, and
so cute. We got our Diva Kids merch.
Yes.
So that's coming up starting in September. And then we're gonna get Lasita to do another workshop. Ballet just ended last week. We were away, so we missed the last day.
I know.
But we're talking about doing some other stuff.
I'm excited. I'm ready for
adult workshop stuff.
That was so needed.
And not for nothing, I feel like you never know what we're gonna come up with.
We always got some shit going on. Just make sure you follow because you like to plug.
I'm plugging all of it. So we'll start with at Studio Diva NJ. Do you even follow at Studio Diva NJ?
Do you even follow it?
On Instagram. And then at Divas and Heels. This is at Miss Shelly Fit. I'm at Sam with 2 eyes. Don't ask. And just follow all our pages at the Diva Getaway. If you are interested in going on the next Diva Getaway, we will start talking more about that soon. At Ryan Fagan Real Estate, pressing all the wrong buttons on the board.
And then talking about women need to be submissive.
But yeah, we are here, and thank you guys for tuning in. Like, this is something that's new for us. Yes. We're having a good time doing it, and I think you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
we love y'all.
Yeah. I'm mad you didn't finish that drink.
I'm about to right now. Ready?
Oh, you taking shots?
Yeah, let's go.
Go.
All the vodka was on the bottom. All right, we'll be back with another episode in I don't know. All right, cut it.
Cancel, exit.
Exit.
At the end of every episode is something
bullshit
that has to do with Ashley, your sister.
Oh, true.
Facts. Every fucking episode.